He raised the hammer and smashed the scumbag's knees to pieces, then looped a steel cable around him and hung him up like a pig. As the broken legs hit the floor, painful howls echoed through the room. The man was worse than dead, but Reagan calmly closed the door, sat back on the couch, and couldn't help the corner of his mouth lifting. Since his daughter was raped and murdered, this was the first time he had smiled. That morning, his daughter had given him a big hug before school. Who would have imagined that by the afternoon she would be a cold corpse? The little girl he used to hold in his arms had been desecrated by that monster. After DNA testing, the police quickly identified the killer. No one expected that after he was arrested, he showed no remorse, only a smug grin, because he knew his country did not have the death penalty. Reagan slipped away to a remote part of the countryside and picked an abandoned old house. If the law couldn't give him the justice he wanted, he would take it into his own hands. The next day, unwilling to look at his wife again, he set out with grim determination. First, he drugged the transport driver, then followed in his car. When the driver slowed and pulled over as the drugs took effect, Reagan flashed credentials and gained another officer's trust. Believing help had arrived, the officer didn't suspect anything. Reagan said he needed to grab a first aid kit from the car, then floored it and drove off with the transport vehicle. Partway through, he drugged the killer, switched cars, and after a long, convoluted trip, arrived at the execution site he had prepared. When Reagan had the scumbag secured, the police showed up at his house. His wife was stunned when they questioned her. On the first day after bringing the man there, he still denied his crime. Reagan wasted no words. He smashed the man's knees. Listening to the screams, Reagan felt this was real punishment, not a prison sentence. The next day, he woke the scumbag with a stream of urine. After yesterday's exchange, the man still denied ever seeing the girl. Reagan stomped on those shattered knees. The searing pain nearly made him pass out. After the punishment, Reagan thoughtfully brought him food. After all, only someone who is alive can understand what it means to be less than dead. On the third day, he hoisted the scumbag up with iron chains, then took out a shotgun and trained it on the man's head. Rage filled his eyes. How he wanted to pull the trigger and blow that monster's brains